Today, the court ruled that a referendum on a complete ban on private car transport within the city ring can be held in Berlin. Below is an analysis of the key positive and negative effects, as well as the possible impact on the real estate market and the city economy. Positive effects: reduction in car traffic. Reducing the number of cars on the roads and in parking lots will reduce noise levels and increase the overall comfort of the urban environment. Increase in alternative modes of transport. The number of pedestrians, cyclists, and users of light, personal electric vehicles is expected to increase, which is in line with the strategy of sustainable mobility. Improved environmental situation. A significant reduction in exhaust emissions will have a positive effect on air quality and public health. Risks and possible negative effects. Reduction in business activity in the city center. A precedent on Friedrichstrasse has shown that after the car ban, pedestrian traffic there also decreased, leading to a decrease in revenue for shops and restaurants. Extending the restriction to the entire city center could amplify this effect, making the city center less attractive to businesses and investors. Historically, a decline in investor interest inevitably leads to the degradation of real estate. Depreciation of automobile infrastructure. Significant funds have already been invested in underground and above-ground parking and charging stations for electric vehicles in central areas. The ban will also affect electric vehicles, which will call into question the return on these investments. Potential reduction in the value of properties with parking apartments and commercial premises, the value of which is largely determined by the availability of parking spaces, may lose some of their market value. Increased load on public transport. The transition of a large number of residents to public transport will require the purchase of rolling stock and the recruitment of personnel, which will take time and significant budgetary costs. But the city's financial capabilities are currently limited. Impact on the real estate market. Redistribution of demand. Some owners and tenants may move from the center to the outskirts to maintain access to personal cars and parking. Others, on the contrary, will move to the center, counting on a more environmentally friendly and quiet environment. Further socioeconomic stratification. These migration processes may increase the differences between the central quarters and the outskirts, affecting the price level, housing availability, and the population profile. Paradoxically, gentrification in the city will only increase. Professional consequences, and special thanks to the initiators. Regardless of the outcome of the referendum, any large-scale changes in transport policy will lead to increased mobility of the population and activation of the real estate market. Refusal to terminate existing lease agreements, purchase and sale of housing, relocation to other districts or cities. All this will increase the amount of work for realtors, lawyers, tax consultants, appraisers, banks, and repair services. As a practicing realtor, I recognize that such initiatives stimulate the development of the industry and create new opportunities, for which I express my sincere gratitude to everyone who is promoting these changes in Berlin. Conclusion. The upcoming referendum has the potential to radically change the transport and economic landscape of Berlin. In order to minimize the risks and realize the potential benefits, the city will need a comprehensive plan. Modernization of public transport, support for businesses during the transition period, and adaptation of the legislative framework, and lots of money. So raise money, subscribe to this channel, comment, and rate this video positively. Bye.